Hello, welcome back. I am Khadija Denise, and today we're talking about living in Ghana, living in Accra. Y'all, we getting close to the finish line. Less than 2 months. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, so these are resources that I'm actually using for myself, and as I stated in my previous video, when I touch down, I'll be recording. I'll try to get as much information as possible so that I can give to you guys. So if you're ready, if you're really ready, like you say you're ready, y'all can come on down. All right, so let's get started with money, how our money converts. And when I say our money, USD, because I do live in America, unfortunately, that's just what it is. So as of January 9th, 10:22 a.m. Central Time, 1 USD converts to 11.93 CD. You see that? So what that basically means is we are going to get a little bit more for our money, but if you're not careful about how you spend your money, you can get finessed out of your money, and then you're gonna be coming back to the US to make more money. Okay. So I said all that to say that you will have a slight advantage because we're spending dollars, right? But also bear in mind that your rent, which is outside of your visa, is going to be the most important expense, as well as the most expensive expense when you're relocating. Because unless you're lucky enough to find someone who will let you do month to month, you're going to be paying a year, 2 years, depending on if you do like the chamber and hall situation, 2 years in advance for your rent. So we have to consider that. And I know $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 may not seem like a lot, but we gotta furnish the place, y'all. We gotta figure out how we gonna get around. So let me not get ahead of myself, and I do apologize in advance because I don't want to miss my notes and miss anything that I really want y'all to know. And so as far as the month-to-month situation, like I said, I would prefer to just get it out of the way. Like, even if you're going to be going back and forth to the States or to the UK, wherever you're from, at least you know when you get back to Accra or Ghana, or wherever you're going to be in the country, that you already have a place. You ain't got to worry about this month-to-month situation, because y'all already know if somebody come in and be like, hey, they paying month to month, I can give you 2 years right now today, cash money. You won't have a place to live when you get back. You won't. And the caveat to that is, well, the caveat to paying up front in advance is, once, I mean, I pay somebody for their services already in a year in advance. So are they really gonna be like pressing or running when I need a repair, or if I need something as a landlord? Not to say that it won't happen, but I have heard some horror stories. So y'all, of course y'all should know these things, but maybe we forget. You know, it's a new year. Enjoyment for December may have been too much. So I don't want to talk to y'all like y'all stupid or anything like that. But sometimes we get ahead of ourselves. We get too eager. We get too excited. And we are too naive to think that everybody is going to do what they're supposed to do. And they're not. And please don't come for me in the comments. Well, I mean, I don't care if y'all do, but you have to protect yourself, because money can be lost and it won't be returned. Okay? All right, here we go. So the next one I want to make is, if you're doing your rent, we're not even considering a month to month. We're doing year. That's what we're doing. Right? So if you want to do a chamber and hall, and you're willing to stay a little bit further out, if you're going to be shipping your car, you can finesse that. You can finagle that. It's not gonna be anything fancy, but if you're coming and say, hey, I just want to be in Africa, I need a new start, I just need something different, I'm with you. that's definitely an option for you. But with those, you typically have to pay 2 years in advance, and it's still not expensive. I know someone who just paid like $500-600 for 2 years from like a little chamber and hall. It's a cute little place, actually. It's just further out than I want to stay. So you do have that. So on the low end, we're looking bare minimum $600 for the whole year. But bear in mind, you're gonna be paying more for transportation costs if you're not shipping your car. And as far as shipping a car, I wouldn't really recommend that, because you need to know the way of the land. Just don't have your car dropped off in the middle of in the highway. Just like, please don't do that. Like, and if you have not driven, that's not something I would recommend. Driving in a car gave me so much anxiety, and I've been driving since I was 15, and I won't tell you how old I am, but I've been driving a while now, and it gave me so much anxiety. So transportation cost is going to be a factor that you have to consider if you stay further out. Of course, you can catch the tro-tro and all that type of stuff. It's going to be multiple tro-tros, depending on where you live, right? But also, if you're looking to do, I say roughly 3,000 to 5,000 CD, I would honestly recommend, I would say 3,000 CD is a good medium point, because that's roughly around 250-ish USD, and then it oddly converts to 3,000 USD for the year. But you also have to bear in mind that you don't have anything in your apartment yet. Some of them might not have an air conditioner. Please make sure you ask about that, unless you're one of those people who don't care. But I do. I sleep with 3 fans on when it's 30 degrees at night. I have to have air. I love being cold when I sleep. That's a non-negotiable for me. But if it's not for you, you can find some really cute places even cheaper than 3,000 CD. But I digress. Please make sure you're asking these type of questions when you're speaking to these agents about assisting you with these apartments. So 3,000 CD is a good median point, because we have to get furnished. I know I'm gonna get some hate comments for this, but I'm not shipping anything that I can't carry in the plane with me. Stop hoarding that you didn't use in the States to another country that you're still not going to use. Leave that stuff at home, man. Leave it at home. Give it away. Be a blessing to somebody. Sell it, donate it, whatever you need to do. But if you want to do it, by all means, wait 2, 3, 4, or 5 months to get your stuff, and you still ain't got stuff in your house. Sick of y'all. But anyway, I'm kidding. If that's definitely something you want to do, I don't have the patience. And anytime that I move, for the most part, I buy all new stuff. It's like furniture, well, not my TV obviously, but furniture, bed, mattress. I buy all new stuff anyway, because if I'm moving to a different space, I want different energy. I don't want nothing lingering. I don't want nobody's son who been seeing they dusty balls on my sofa energy to go with me to my new place, okay? I don't want no jollof rice that I cooked in this cast iron skillet to come with me to Ghana. I can buy a new skillet when I get there. All right, y'all, let me stop. But just keep in mind that we have to purchase all new things, ideally, when we get there. And that's going to take some time if you're trying to, you know, save money, do it on a budget. So if we're spending $3,000 on our rent for the year, that means we have roughly about, I would say give yourself $1,000, because we haven't got done with the fees yet. So anytime, okay, so let me rewind. It's this website called Mi Casa. I'll link it in the description below. It is an online, like apartments.com or for rent.com. You know, those places that we use to look for apartments. And it is accreditable. It is legit. I've had someone reach out on my behalf to at least an agent or whatever, and it was legit. But they did recommend waiting closer to that time because apartments can fill up so quick. And you can also look at Google reviews, so people are able to leave reviews on this particular website. And that is what my reference point that I am using outside of people that I'm talking to there in Ghana, because I do actually know someone from there who is looking for an apartment as we speak, and that's who's actually helping me. So the fees, when you contact these folks, okay I'm getting ahead of myself. Hopefully we have someone there who can assist us on the ground. I'm gonna leave that right there where it is, and you can do with that as you may. So when you contact these agents, ideally someone from Ghana with a 233 area code, a country code, I think, is contacting them on your behalf. They're going to charge you a look fee for you to even view the apartment. It's not like where we in the States, you find an apartment on apartments.com. Okay, I like this one. You schedule your tour. Boom, you show up for your tour. They give you the keys. You look around, give you some type of specials so you can go ahead and sign up. And that's basically it. You pay your fee, your application fee, and you do your background check, income check, credit check. Y'all know how to go. But that is the beauty of getting an apartment in Ghana, because you have your ID, your money, and you get your keys. So I just lost my train of thought. Yeah. So you do have to pay them every time you get ready to look at an apartment. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if y'all go meet these folks and y'all do not find an apartment, just start looking elsewhere, because they're not gonna keep looking, even though they may tell you that. They're not. Unless you build some type of rapport, or you met them through someone else. Y'all know, it's an exception to every rule. But for the most part, you've already paid them. What incentive do they have to keep paying you? Which is crazy to me, because you do also have to pay them a commission fee. But the way that works, maybe they have to be working for that particular property to get the commission. But I'm gonna get to that later. I don't know the logistics of it. I don't work in real estate in Ghana. I only know how it works in the US, because I was a licensed real estate agent. FYI, little fun fact for y'all. But as I was saying, you have to pay them. If you don't find a place, just keep looking, and you're gonna pay someone else, and you're gonna pay someone else, and you're gonna pay someone else until you find your place. So that's all. That also needs to be in your housing budget, or you can have a miscellaneous budget. Like, hey, this is my miscellaneous fees, my Uber, whatever the case may be that I need to look for an apartment. You can have it as a separate, but essentially, I would just go ahead and include it, because if you're on a really tight budget and you just like, hey, I'm just ready to get there, I believe this is what I'm supposed to be doing, this is where I'm supposed to be, I would definitely try to include that and try to be resourceful as possible. So if you're able to maybe look at the website, Mikasa, I may not even be pronouncing it right, because I've never heard anybody say it. So I'm assuming that's what it is. If you look on there and you see that, hey, this property group actually has a few places that I like, let them know, like, hey, I'll pay you for your time, but there's a couple of places that I see you all represent. Can we look at all of those? So that way you don't have to waste a lot of time, waste a lot of money, and then you can, you know, go ahead and get your place, get situated. Because like, it's crazy, because here in the States, it's pros and cons to the way we do things, pros and cons to the way that they do things in Ghana, because you can go visit a place. If I wanted to move to New York, I can fly there. If I like the place, go ahead, sign my lease, whatever, it's there. I pay my deposit, or whatever the case may be. It's mine. No matter what, my move-in date is my move-in date. Yeah, okay. So, so another one of the fees that you do have to consider when you're looking for your apartment, that you will be paying your, so let's say you find a perfect place. Let's say one time you touch down like, yo, this is the one I've been dreaming about, I've been praying for, I've been manifesting, this is mine. It's already mine. You get there, you like it, landlord hand you the keys, boom. But guess what you gotta do? You gotta give your person that helped you find that apartment, you do owe them 10% of your final rent. So that's why I'm saying we need to keep it as low as possible, because the more that we're spending on the apartment, the more that we're paying in commission. So if we're paying $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 for the year, that's $500, $600, $700 that you have to give your leasing person. I'm just saying leasing person because that's what I'm used to here. Your leasing person gets a commission off of that 5, 6, 7, 8. Hopefully you're not going to Ghana and spending $12,000 on rent. That would be crazy. You may as well stay where you are. Like, I'm not gonna even hold you. That's wild. I would never. If I could live, like, if I could find me a cute little tiny home, if I could stay in a tree house, y'all, without snakes eating me up, I would go over there and stay in a tree house. I'm not even joking. But I would have to have an air conditioner. You can put an air conditioner in a tree house, can't you? It will have to run off solar energy, I'm sure. Anywho, that's just, I'm just telling you, like, I want comfort, but I also want money to actually enjoy being in Ghana. Not worrying about how much money I'm spending on silly stuff, right? So that's basically it, I feel like, as far as the fees. So yeah, so we got a good gauge of how much we should be spending, how much the fees are going to be. Of course, location determines everything. We know that. If you're an adult, if you've ever rented your own apartment, no matter where you go, the closer that you are to the city center, the more expensive it's going to be. Unless you live in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can live downtown, but you're gonna live in, I'm just thinking about he said you're gonna live in 3rd Ward, like you're gonna be dodging bullets, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about that. I don't care that when I put on my location, somebody sees that I live in East Lake. I don't care. I don't care. I can live somewhere I can't even pronounce or spell. I don't care. But one thing we also have to consider is our non-negotiables. We have to, you know, the weather is typically beautiful in Ghana, but June, July, August, we're looking at rainy season. We need to be asking or inquiring if this area is prone to flooding. So a reliable source, not the person that you're trying to rent the apartment from. So like I'm saying all this, and I'm really hoping that y'all have built some type of connections with somebody there that can help y'all. I really do hope so. I'll be there in a few months. Once I get my bearings, if y'all need help, like, of course, reach out to me. I got you. But if you're going before I am, which I highly doubt, because we need to plan, prepare, get ready and stuff like that. So I'll be a resource, but hopefully we are building connections while we're visiting, figuring out what we like, what we don't like. We know the light system, even though it's better than Nigeria, is not stable sometimes, right? So if you're going to be working remotely, we may need to look to do freelance work. When you're freelancing, you can work when you want to. You can go to a coffee shop or somewhere that has reliable internet, well, internet, of course, for energy, where, you know, they have good backup generators and stuff like that. You also need to see if your apartment complex or wherever you're going to be living, if they offer generators, the water reserve, like all of these things we need to be asking before we touch down. Look to see if it's a new bill. If it's a new bill, more than likely they'll have more than one, and they're not all just gonna go as quickly. And they'll have more of the amenities that you want. I don't know if I said this already. I probably did, but not all of them got air conditioners. I think I did say that because I was talking about these fans. Yeah, if that's a non-negotiable, we got to be comfortable. We can't have an uncomfortable experience because it was something that we just were too lazy to research, too lazy to do the things that we need to do, and then complain about, well, Ghana's not for me, I'm going back. If it's within your power, do whatever you need to do to make it work for you. So with that being said, you also don't have to live like you live in America, which that's why we're leaving America, because we don't like the way that things are being done here, right? And like I always say, I'm willing to get more than I'm giving up. So yeah, I'm gonna miss those 2 days, same day, 2-hour Amazon deliveries, but I will be okay. And that's why I'm legit not taking more than 3 suitcases. I'm not hoarding anything. Anytime that I move, I buy new stuff, I throw away stuff, I give away stuff, I donate stuff. Because not only is that lessening my load, I'm helping somebody else, and it's causing me to be more grateful for when I get my new stuff, and I'm also being blessed with even better than I had before. So hopefully this video was helpful to y'all. I'm here if you need me. As I stated in the previous video, I will be doing a WhatsApp group for the relocation so we can build a community, because I know for myself personally, the Facebook is kind of weird. I don't have Facebook. And no knock to you if you have Facebook. I just feel like, I don't know, people don't, and yes, I am online, but I feel like people on the internet now, they're super weird. They be having super negative, like, bad energy, bad intentions, always looking to see what they can get from people, like trying to get over, finesse, finagle. And that's not what I want my channel to represent. I want us to be able to create a community and be a resource to each other. So I will definitely be creating a WhatsApp group for that. Once I do, it will be in the channel bio, and any videos that I post, it will be in the link. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. Be safe. I love y'all. And this year is the year. Anything that you want to do, you are the only person holding you back. Allah gave you the dream, so he has the power to fulfill it. All he needs you to do is meet him halfway. I love y'all. Be safe. Protect your energy. And I'm out. Drop the mic. Boom.